Hello, my dear students. Today we are going to learn Ailing Planet, the Green Movement's Role, which is written by Nani Palkhiwala. This is an article which was published in the Indian Express newspaper. Okay, the Indian Express newspaper in the year 1994 on 24th November. Alright, so let's see what is the viewpoint of Nani Palkhiwala towards the health of our planet. But before that, let's look into the biography of Nani Ardashir Palkhiwala. Nani Palkhiwala's full name was Nani Ardashir Palkhiwala, who was born on 16th January 1920 and he died on 11th December 2002. He belongs to middle-class Parsi parents. His family name derives from the profession of his forefather, a common practice among Parsis, who had been manufacturer of palanquins or palkis in Hindi. Therefore, they have got this surname. He was educated at Master's Tutorial High School and later at St. Xavier's College, both in Bombay. Now it is Mumbai. He was a dedicated scholar and not letting a stammer hold him back, he excelled. Here, Nani Palkhiwala was suffering from stammering. This was his impairment, but he diminished this his demerit, but physical deformity, and excel in all the spheres of life. At college, he earned a master's degree in English language and literature and thus overcame his speech impairment. Students, by this biography of the author, we get to understand that we should not be stopped by our mere deformities. Here, the deformity of Nani Palkhiwala is stammering, but in each and every individual, we have some demerits, okay, some loopholes. We need to examine that and we need to get over it. Otherwise, we will never develop in our life. Nani Ardashir Palkhiwala initial forte was commercial and tax law. Together with Sir Jamsetji, he authored what was then and still is today an authoritative work, The Law and Practice of Income Tax. Palkhiwala was 30 years old at the time of first printing. Sir Jamsetji later admitted that the credit for this work belonged exclusively to Nani Palkhiwala. Nani Palkhiwala was appointed Indian ambassador to the United States in 1977 by the Janata government, the first non-Congress government in India, headed by Morarji Desai, and served in the capacity till 1979. Now let's discuss the topic. Let me ask you, students, we keep on hearing global warming and its hazardous effect. Now, what is global warming according to you? Give me few reasons because of which this tragedy is happening. I know your answer will include deforestation, cyclone, extreme climate changes, melting of glacier, etc. So your assumption is correct. These are the few reasons because of which our earth is dilapidating. So here the theme that we get to see are role of green movement on earth. Our earth is not well, it is unhealthy. Therefore, this works as medicine to the problem of earth. Okay, green movement. What is it? We will understand in this story. Another theme is role of industrialization, urbanization and modernization in deterioration of earth. In the name of progress and modernization, we have made lots of industries, we have made lots of constructions, we have made much load on earth because of which earth is not being able to take the burden of all these things. Therefore, our duty is to conserve it. Otherwise, the earth that we are living on won't be able to sustain any longer. Therefore, in order to conserve earth, we need to promote sustainable development. Now, I guess you are aware with sustainable development. If not, let me tell you that sustainable development means using resources in a judicious way, keeping it for our future generation as well. Okay, let's start with the article. In this chapter, the writer raises an issue towards the deteriorating health of the earth. Nani Palkiwala is much concerned about the earth's health, therefore, he was bound to write an article even though he was a jurist and economist. Okay, apart from his area of concern, he writes about earth because this is deemed necessity of the time, as human beings have been exploiting natural resources from decades. Here, there is no denial that we human beings are using the resources of earth excessively. We use it by ourselves and in order to earn money and more money. Okay, money we require for living, but more money is ruining. Okay, and it is ruining our earth because we are doing excessive extraction of resources, and by doing so we are exploiting all these god-given natural resources, and we have been doing it since decades. Okay, but presently the condition has made the environment critical. Long-term uses of these resources, environment has become so critical. If intensive care is not provided right now, then there will be pathetic condition of our earth. In 1972, the Green Movement helped environmentalists to raise awareness about the harmful condition of the earth. Fortunately, children, in the year 1972, a movement was launched. This movement was Green Movement, which helped earth with the help of environmentalists. They realized that they should aware people. Okay, they should aware people in order to save earth. And fortunately, people gave positive reaction. Since then, there has been no looking back, as the movement has been successfully educating people about the conservation of the environment. Here, this movement included so many countries into it. Okay, and whomever these environmentalists approached for bringing back good health of our earth, they did not deny. Everybody joined hands with this environmentalist, and by increase of the number of countries, there is a huge change in the earth. And all these things happened because of Green Movement only, which started in the year 1972. Please keep in mind. And the country which initiated this movement was New Zealand. Okay, New Zealand, and here I have already told it's 1972. And after that, the movement has been gathering momentum ever since. Students, because of this green movement, people's focus shifted from mechanistic view to a holistic and ecological view of the earth. Earlier, people used to think that, earth is inanimate object and they can extract its material as much as they want. But now they are thinking holistically. They are taking it entirely. Okay, because each and everybody's task is going to bring about changes here. Okay, so instead of thinking it just like a machine, they started thinking that it is also a live object, and just like a living object, they should give it the food that it requires. Okay, and it should water regularly, and its food and water are the things that earth requires for growing. Okay, so this is the important change that happened because of green movement. Its viewpoint changed from mechanistic to holistic and ecological view of the world. All right, this was this change, okay, from mechanistic view to holistic view. Okay, holistic view. This change brought about revolutionary shift in human perception. This initiated a worldwide consciousness about the earth itself being a living organism. Let's move ahead. Earth is like a patient whose health is declining, and it is our duty to improve it. Students, we need to respect and preserve the metabolic needs and processes of the earth. There is a process in the nature. It takes time to generate, it takes time to make the resources, okay, the process is very gradual, and we are extracting the materials in such a manner that it is not able to regenerate those things. Therefore, it is working day and night, because of which its health is deteriorated. Therefore, we need to respect its metabolic needs. Just like human beings, it also requires some processes to be completed. Okay, and we should allow Earth to do so. Here, in 1987, the term sustainable development was used by the World Commission on Environment and Development. Here, in order to bring back the health, okay, in order to rejuvenate, okay, re-energize Earth, Green Revolution's movement was extremely essential, okay, and here they used the term sustainable development. Okay, this realizes us of our duties, and our duty is to become conscious of our obligations, just like a good caretaker. Okay, good caretaker. We don't own our earth. We are just a renter out here. We are caretaker, okay, who has to look after our earth at any cost. And this term, especially sustainable development, this term especially shows that judicious use of resources. If we require 1 ton of raw material like bauxite, okay, we are going to extract that much amount only. We are not going to overuse it, all right, in order to get more money. So this is how we are going to implement sustainable development, and it is not only limited to resources for industrialists, it is to us as well. At home, if we require less vegetables, then we should not get more from the market. Okay, this is how we are going to involve ourselves in sustainable development and in a holistic way to green movement. Understood? So green movement wants to get help from each and every individual, all right, at their level. Okay, it is not something which is, mammoth task that we have to, in order to complete that, we have to accumulate all the people from society. No, that will be at secondary level, but at primary level we should start from our home itself. Okay, we should segregate the garbage at first. Okay, we should throw it at proper place. We should clean the area regularly. Okay, by this our earth is going to rejuvenate soon. The true definition of sustainable development will be, it means the concept of development which meets the need of the present but not at the cost of the need of the future generation. The modern man has now come to realize that he has to shift from a system based on domination of the earth to one of partnership. It means, students, that it is not only human being who is on earth. Okay, there are several other species with whom we share our earth. So these species, be it flora or fauna of the earth, they have equal rights just like human being to reside on earth. So human beings should not dominate earth. Okay, they should think about all these species also need to take resources from earth, and they need settlement on earth. So we should give up, our human beings should give up their dominance, and they should live in partnership, and they should respect the existence of these flora and fauna as well. Let's move ahead. A Jew in Lusaka, Zambia has a cage in which a sign reads, "The world's most dangerous animal," and inside there is a mirror. It gives a message that human beings are the most dangerous animal. I know, children, that you won't disagree with this statement, because human being requires house, human being requires food for themselves. They require food for others also, for selling, okay, for selling and overselling in order to gain profit. They have to make huge constructions on earth. Okay, one person will own so many buildings and he will earn money and it will be misused again. Okay, so it is extracting, human beings are extracting not only food from it but other resources as well. All right, and it is destroying earth's natural system. Okay, we are hampering earth's natural process, which we should avoid doing it as soon as possible. Otherwise the result will be catastrophic. Brandt Commission raised a question: are we to leave our successors a scorched planet of advancing deserts, impoverished landscapes, and ailing environment? Now tell me, children, what will be answer to this question from your end? Of course, no, isn't it? We don't want to give scorched planet, very hot planet. When our planet becomes hot, when there is no greenery, when there is no water, okay? So, are we to end entire resources of earth? Are we going to give our upcoming generation advancing deserts? Deserts where there is no water, where there is no greenery? Are we going to give it to them? Impoverished landscapes, impoverished, okay, which is not of good quality because of use of excessive fertilizers. We have destroyed landscapes, okay, we have not able to grow healthy plants in that landscape. So how our upcoming generation are going to work on it? Students, we need to take this particular line very seriously. Okay, here, with unchecked increase in global population, the four main biological systems. First one is fishery, okay, fisheries. Then next comes forest, all right, and grassland is third one. Grassland and cropland. Okay, these four systems, okay, are hampered. Okay, we are because of overuse of things. Overfishing is common. Forests are being destroyed, okay, for firewood, as also for new houses. Thousands of species are facing extinction because we are cutting their house. Okay, thousands of species are facing extinction, and forest lands are turning into barren lands. They are becoming deserts. The global temperature is increasing because of lack of afforestation. The global temperature is on the rise because we have destroyed the system of our nature. It is rightly said that forests ensure man's survival, whereas desert follows the annihilation of life. If we do not mend our ways, we are sure to leave for our future generation a shared planet with growing deserts, poor croplands, and environment in unhealthy condition. It would be plain injustice to those who would have to suffer because of our carelessness and greed. And students, the four principal biological systems which I discussed just now: fisheries, grassland, forests, and croplands. These four things, okay, are principal biological systems are being destroyed by us because of overfishing, because of overuse of fertilizers, cutting of forests, and misusing of croplands. These four systems also provide food and raw materials for industries, except for minerals and synthetics. Here, these are the four systems which provides raw material. Okay, if it is a wood industry, then it is going to use teak, okay, wood for it. If it is fishing industry, then it is going to overuse the water animals. Okay, and such system goes on for other biological systems as well. With these systems becoming unsustainable, fisheries will collapse. That is very true. The forest will slowly disappear, which we are experiencing. Okay, grasslands will turn into a barren wastelands. This is happening because of which we are not able to get organic food. Okay, we are bound to eat things which are grown in chemicals because the natural capacity of the land has become deteriorated. Croplands will become worse. Croplands, okay, the people won't be able to use the lands for cultivation. In poor countries, forests are being cut down for fuel wood, which is used for cooking purposes. Here, the people who are not able to buy gas stoves, cylinder, gas, etc., they are bound to use this fuel wood from the forest. There are some areas where the cost of fuel wood is more than the cost of food. Here, this is happening because the demand is high of wood, okay, and the food are cheaper out there. And this has happened because of we human being. It is leading to deforestation at an alarming rate. Wherever there is demand of fuel wood, of course, the trees will be cut down, okay, and it will lead to deforestation, which we need to stop it at any cost. One of the reasons for the exploitation of the environment is the increasing population. No one will deny that population is curse to earth, because more people will require more food, more shelter. Okay, if we find some greedy people, then they will start accumulating things for themselves. Okay, they will make more houses, there will be more construction, there will be more preservation of food. Okay, and there will be more use of land, etc. So because of which earth will suffer. It is observed that about 1 million population is increasing in every 4 days. This is very alarming. Okay, first country in population is China, and in second number it's we Indians. Okay, so we need to stop it right now, otherwise even earth won't be able to feed us. There is an urgent need to control overpopulation in the world, otherwise there will be lack of everything: water, food, shelter, etc. And if there is shortage of food, then of course people are going to quarrel among themselves. So there won't be peace and tranquility, and it is all happening because of population. Okay, development is the best contraceptive for this problem. See, this you need to understand very nicely, as it will help in reduction in fertility, increase in education and income, and improvement in health. See, if there is development, then people will understand contraceptive means the it is a method of stopping birth of a child. All right, so it is going to work like a pill, okay, work like a medicine, because once people will understand what are the hazardous effect of overpopulation, then they are going to think about the earth as well. They will understand that first of all, giving birth to numerous children will destroy the health of mother. Next will be there will be more people unemployed to be looked after by their parents who are poverty stricken, especially because of numerous children. To understand this, we need to understand the system of village and city. Okay, in the city where there is education, people prefer only one child, okay, maximum 2 children in the family, whereas in the village you will find a gang of people, okay, a gang of children. So this is happening here because there is lack of information, there is lack of awareness. Okay, so they cannot be forced. You cannot go and tell people that you have to beget only one child. Okay, you cannot order them. This can be possible if we are able to develop so that they can understand the thing, and it will be like contraceptive. Okay, they will beget less children. Increase in education and income and improvement in health. Obviously, when if there will be development, through development they are going to beget only few children. Okay, and there will be increase in education. The parent will be economically sound and they will be able to send their children to educate themselves. And if they are educated, then obviously they will get job somewhere and income will increase, and there will be improvement of health also. And this is happening through education. Okay, through education this income is being generated, and they are health conscious as well. Okay, so this is why we require development, all round development. We must see the world as a whole and not as dissociated parts. Here, we should keep this world, this earth, just like a family member. Okay, we take care of our family members, isn't it? We don't segregate them. Mother, father, siblings, relatives. If they are in family, we think of everyone's well-being, right? So, in the same way, we need to include our earth as well, because without earth, our family, our relatives, our parents are not going to survive. Therefore, instead of making isolated, okay, we should include earth so that we can think about its development as well. It is a holistic and ecological view. According to Lester Brown, okay, holistic means entirely taking everything into one. All right, and ecological view. the things that we do should be holistic. Okay, if we are doing anything, we should include earth also into it. All right, so that earth will also get better health. And it should be ecological. Okay, we should, whatever we do, it should be ecological. It should not harm earth. This is said by Lester Brown. We have not inherited the earth from our forefathers, but we have borrowed it from our future generations. It is very true that this earth is not our legacy. Okay, this is not something we have inherited from our forefathers. It is not that we are going to misuse earth. The resources which are there on it, we can use it, but we have to keep it for our upcoming generation as well. And the way we have received earth, we should hand it over to our upcoming generation in a very better way. Okay, because we have just borrowed it from our future generation. We have not been given this earth by somebody else. Okay, not by our forefathers, but we have to think that we have borrowed it from our upcoming generation. If we keep this mindset, then we are going to make our earth worth living. Children, you must be thinking that there are so many rules and regulations which are enacted by the government, but still there is lack in the health of earth. It is happening because wrong data is being presented to higher offices. Okay, in the ground level, it is not so. The trees are being cut at alarming rate, and in the register, it is mentioned that the area is intact. So because of this fake information also, the authority are not able to do anything. In the pen and paper, okay, in black and white, everything is all right. So because of this false reporting, the problem has cropped up. So it is our duty to uplift and be morally upright at least. If we are moral, then we are not going to do anything wrong. So once the original data gets into the view of our higher authority, then certainly they are going to take some action in order to improve its condition. So at first, we need to provide correct data. And not only that, this is the era of responsibility. Era of responsibility in all the aspects. Responsibility of each and every individual who is there in house. This is each and everybody's responsibility who are on the chair. Okay, who are holding good positions, because power is there in their hand. So according to that power, they can improve the health and they can punish the culprits who are doing animal poaching, who are cutting rare species. Okay, so these are the things which common people and the authority people should join hands to curtail. If we fail to do so, it will lead to catastrophic depletion. Catastrophic depletion means dangerous depletion, because in the register it is very less, whereas in reality it is 10 times more. So facts and figures are not matching at all, because of which the problem has become so severe. But fortunately, human mindset is changing. It is transcending from ignorant to much concerned people. So it is our wholehearted duty to complete the illness. It is our duty to bring back the health of the earth. And Mr. Edgar S. Woolard says that industries has a vital role to play in saving the environment. He calls himself the company's chief environmental officer. Okay, because in his industry, he takes care while using raw material. Okay, the raw material that is being generated for the completion of the order of that particular industry, it is not at all done mindlessly. All right, so thinking about the earth, it has been generated. Therefore, he is very much proud that people are transcending from older version to newer version, worse version to better version, and ignorant version to enlightened version. Further, Margaret Thatcher, the Prime Minister of Britain, she says no generation has a free hold on this earth. All we have is a life tenancy with a full repairing lease. Margaret Thatcher, here it means to say that no generation of humanity has full and absolute right to dominate others on the earth. Everybody has to live here only as a tenant, only as a renter, with full responsibilities. If we are a tenant, then if we do any damage, we have to repair. Okay, in the same way, we are on earth and we are renters, we have to repair the damage that we have done. Children, it is a matter of much delight and relief that a new awareness has dawned upon most of the people of the earth. This transcending concern has made the modern man aware of the survival not of the people but of the planet. Okay, man has begun to take a holistic view of the earth, and this new world vision has ushered in the era of responsibility. And I told you, in this era of responsibility, we have to bring everyone together rather than isolating them. Okay, and in this era, even industry has to play a vital role, where every manufacturer requires to excel in environmental performance. If environment will survive, then industries will survive as well. So by this we have completed this story. I hope it is clear to everyone. We will meet in our next video, children. Till then, take care. Bye bye.